All right, everybody, welcome to Coins and a Cigar. Today, we're going to do 8 rolls, 5 bank wrapped, 3 customer wrapped, 4 of which are the elusive 4th of July rolls, the Liberty Bell quarters. Really hoping for that privy mark. That's obviously what we're looking for. These should be quality, that's why I'm wearing gloves. Just in case I find that mark, I want to try to get the highest mint state I can. I don't want to put any fingerprints all over them. Customer wrapped rolls, looking of course for rarities, oddities, varieties, and silver. And of course we begin with our cigar. It's our Romeo y Juliet 1875 Reserve. This is a Dominican leaf filler, or Dominican filler rather, with a Indonesian grown wrapper. It's a very smooth cigar. If you're new to the cigar world and you want to try something that's not too harsh, not too abrasive, not very heavy, this is a great beginner cigar to kind of get you, and it's long lasting too. This cigar will probably be at least an hour and a half smoke, so gotta love that. Of course, we'll smoke that later after we open these up. I will bring you back and let you know if what kind of finds we have, and wish me luck. All right, we have the first roll opened up. All right, so far striking out. No. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, let me go through these one at a time. I try to want to be as delicate as I can, but I do not see a privy mark so far yet. I'll bring it back. Alright, finished up the first roll. Did not find any privy marks, for those of you wondering what you're looking for. Instead of a mint mark, here, Philadelphia, you're looking for a 4th of July stamp right there. And that first roll had none of them. So, time to open up the second roll. Alright, roll number 2. Come on, be one in there. Let me take a look, see what we can find. No. 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 No, come on. Alright, let me bring it back, see if I find one. Well, my 1 in 160 chance is now down to 1 in an 80 chance. So, come on. Let's hope this is the one. Let's have those privy marks. Alright, down to a 1 in 40 chance. In case you're wondering, the rolls, I'm re-rolling back because even these coins, even though they don't have the privy mint mark, actually have some value to them. I've seen rolls of them selling for like $30, even, so it's a $10 roll. And this is the last one, and I chose it because it has both ends as the bell. The other ones had ends that at least had George on an end, so you could tell. So I'm hoping that's like secret mint code, that the ones that have Liberty Bell enders have all the privy mark ones on the inside. So, of course, that's probably ridiculous, but you never know. Well, I had a 1 in 180 chance, and the answer was no. So, I'll get back to the regular quarters, see if I can find anything, of course looking for silver or varieties or anything. Then I'll use these rollers to rewrap these coins, and just keep them on my collection in case all of a sudden they discover some errors. I don't think there are any error varieties on these new quarters yet, but who knows? I actually think I found an error, and I have submitted a coin to PCGS for that error. There's a crack in the bell in the back, a die break in the bell on the back that should not be there. So we'll see what PCGS says. I've got several coins that are awaiting or being graded right now by PCGS. And all right, let's get back to the hunt. All right, open up the first roll of the customer wrapped rolls. Not seeing anything silvery, so we'll go through it and see what I can find. All right, nothing exciting in there. I did pull a couple of coins aside. Of course, I'm looking for silver, looking for West Point mint mark quarters, looking for which are the 2019 and 2020 quarters. Looking for any proofs, and of course looking for any varieties. Dr. Sally Ride has a variety where there's a sort of a mystery comet behind her. I don't see that. Looking for on the Wisconsin quarter, you're looking for an extra leaf, like right there. There's an extra leaf that you can look for. Obviously, I don't see that as either. I don't see any DDO or anything like that. And of course, I'm desperately looking for the crossing the Delaware Air, where there's a crown on his head, a big die cap on his head, a broken sword, or the ghost ore, which is an ore that's right there-ish. Don't see it there. This is actually a really nice quarter in good condition. So I'm kind of hoping there's an air. Nope, nope, nope. And that's just damage or a little dirt. Nope, nope, nope. Delaware looks funky, but all right. All right, back to the hunt. All right, just opened up the next customer wrapped roll, and that edge right there looks a little different. So I'm gonna see what that is. Thought there was, maybe not. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm losing my mind. It just looks different. Look at there. 1954. I knew that edge looked a little wonky. That's got to be silver. 1954 quarter, 6.3 grams. Ha! This is why we do it. Customer wrapped roll, a 1954 quarter. All right, that's pretty exciting. I'm excited about that. Found a little silver. That's a surprise. All right. I have no idea if there are any varieties to this. I'll have to do a little research and see. Obviously, it's heavily circulated, but wow. Found some silver. All right, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take that. All right, let me go back to the hunt. All right, nothing else super exciting in that roll. That silver find is pretty amazing. It did have a bicentennial in there. I'd keep those, and I kept this aside. It's a really nice 1984 quarter. 1884 doesn't sound old, but man, it's just in really good shape. I mean, obviously worn down. The feathers are worn down, and it just looks very shiny and very nice. I'll set it aside. Damage on George there a little bit, but and a P Philadelphia mint mark. I'll set it aside just because it looks nice. Obviously, it's nothing too amazing, but I'll set it aside. All right, another interesting roll. A very old, or not very old, a very damaged. Another bicentennial, but I keep those, of course. Two more that I'll search. I did find a 1969 quarter in there, but it weighs 5.8, so it's not any kind of silver air, which they do exist. Also found a 2001 Bahamian quarter, Commonwealth of the Bahamas, 2007 rather. That was inside that roll. I have no idea what the value of that is, but you know, it's always an interesting find, an extra little find. Also found this one, and yeah, this must have been a dryer coin, or somebody left it and drove over it a billion times, but it says Maine, 2003, but whew, has it seen some days. All right, let me check these Delaware quarters, see if I see any airs. No broken swords, no die crop. Ooh. Little bit of a die break on top. I don't think that's worthy. I'll set it aside. I don't know. Maybe or maybe not. Who knows? All right, got one roll left. Customer or bank wrapped. Just see what we can find. All right, I laid this roll out. A very nice end coin. But then I noticed something funky. right here. What in the world? Devarto de Balboa, Republic of Panama. All right, 2 world quarter finds or world cent finds. Interesting. It's amazing people. This was in a bank wrap roll too. That was odd. So, all right. Well, it's a find. I'll set it up here and see what else I can find. Alrighty, last roll. Nothing super exciting. Another bicentennial that I will add to the stack. A couple more varieties. This is the Kansas coin that there's a couple errors. One, of course, is the spear. There's a spear, basically a die break that runs down the back. The big one, of course, is In God We Rust. It's where the T is gone. It actually says In God We Rust. On true varieties, the G is gone, so it actually says In Odd We Rust. But this one, other than the P looking a little wonky, is intact. The next one, of course, is the bat quarter. I'm looking for the blind bat, where there's a die break in the eyes, where they look blind. This does not exist. This is, of course, another one of those 2020 collections. So you look for the W mint mark. I've already gone through all those coins and looked for the W mint mark for the 2018, 2020s. Did not find any. Still eluding me. And the Idaho one actually has a die break as well on the state, where the gaps, just there's breaks and stuff in the die. Not super valuable, but they do exist. I always take a look. You never know. Well, it's been a interesting search. Those are the ones that I rolled up. Still got to find another roller for that. And I'll add this to the bicentennial collection over here that I have. And I have this to the coin, the world coin collection that I have over here as well. That's kind of, crazy. And thanks for watching. Love and appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe. It certainly helps me out as I build this channel. One day I will find that privy. One day I will find that privy mark on that quarter. I'm just doing the best I can. All right, time to go out and have a nice cigar. Thanks for watching and enjoy life.